Today I want to show you how to be able to access public record documents through the DA District Attorney's Office. You're just going to type in Ogen, Oregon. Okay, so it looks like this. Ogen Services. You would scroll down and get to free record search. This is for people who have a sign-in who work in court systems or lawyers, but you're just going to go to free record search. And then you're going to go to, let's go to circuit. Here's going to be frequently asked questions that we can go over at a different time, but what you're really looking for is a smart search. I just put in some random name, so a common name, Tiffany R. Jones. I don't know who that is, but if you press submit, it'll look up all court records with this person. Now there's a lot of info like their date of birth that can help you narrow in on somebody if they have a common name, but you can go and click this and it'll show you a little bit about what was going on. So this is the case information. You can see that it was in Benton court system. So if you wanted to get what actually occurred on this, you'd be referencing this case number and you'd probably get a hold of Benton Police Department or Sheriff's Office. What you'd be requesting is the probable cause to read what the police put in their report. But it looks like this was a misdemeanor that was charged right around this day, October 13th, 2000. It was the state of Oregon versus Miss Tiffany Jones. And it looks like she was either arrested or taken into custody for interfering with the police officer. Then you can scroll down and be able to find out what exactly happened. It looks like a plea deal was made for guilty, and she was sentenced 3 days in jail. And then you can scroll down and see what the court dates were happening. So if this is an active case, you could see when the next court date would be at, and that you could go to that. You just call the court system and say, hey, I see a plea sentencing is happening on this day. Say that we're close to this day, and you could actually go there in person. But it looks like this gives you all of the information about what exactly happened in that case. So say I wanted to go out and be like, okay, I got that one. Let me see if there's anything else. This can be used if you're going out on a date or a neighbor that you're looking into, or for the person that you're in a co-parenting relationship with, trying to keep track of records and what exactly is going on if you're not going to hear about like DUIs. Let me see, sorry, there's a little bit of an issue there. Let's go again. Once you get used to clicking around, you will see that easily. This one's in Marion County. That's the date that it occurred. This looks like this one was theft in the 3rd degree. This is the conviction, guilty. It looks like that was a plea deal also. And this was 15 days served, credit time served. Looks like there was a lot of other things that happened with this one. Looks like there was FTAs, failure to appears. There it looks like there was a possible warrant that was issued, and it tells you a little bit more information about what the outcome was and how we got there. It took a really, really long time to get this conviction though, but eventually ended in a plea deal. And again, you could be able to access more details on what exactly this is by going in and looking up in Marion County this case number. Now remember, a plea deal doesn't mean that somebody did it. It means that they came to an agreement with the state of Oregon of what they were willing to do with their attorney's suggestion. So just know all your facts before you start accusing people of things, and know where to access some of this information. A lot of information about the cases is in this same online portal. But if you're looking up information on a particular case, you can click this and be able to look up the entire state broken up into jurisdictions, and they'll tell you where to be able to go and access these documents. Now remember, this is just in the state of Oregon, so we buck up right against Washington and California down here. And so if the person could come over from those areas, or like Idaho, you need to check with those states as well. I hope this helped.